What if I told you that K-pop Demon Hunters 2 may bring some bombastic reveals, unresolved romances, and the return of a certain character that we thought we would never see again? Maybe we will meet Rumi's demon father. In today's video, I'll tell you everything we might see in the sequel. Hey beautiful people, I'm Julie, and picture this. After everything that happened in K-pop Demon Hunters, the girls finally will have some time for themselves. No shows, no demons to fight or save the world from. The second movie will start with the Huntr acts enjoying their dreamed hiatus. Every minute of it. They would wake up late, eat many yummy foods as much as they like, and they might even binge some Korean soap operas in the couch. And of course, from time to time, they would be recognized on the street, but nothing that big, just like in the end of the first movie. Zoey, of course, would still be the cheerful and impulsive one in the group. And guess what? She would adopt Jinu's two mascots, the blue smiling tiger and the three-eyed bird. That's because right at the end of the first movie, we see Zoey wearing a hoodie that has a blue tiger printed on it, giving the idea that she really got attached to the animal. Sure, this is also shows that both Zoey and Mira, I think, got attached to Dino's mascots. And also, imagine some funny little scenes with those two every time something falls right in front of them. Dude, it has something with things that have fallen on the ground. The interesting part is that right at the end of the movie, when the scene focuses on the blue tiger in front of a Huntr X outdoor, we clearly see the world come back. I'm sure that the outdoor was referring to them returning to the hunters, but we understand that this scene with the focus on the tiger and in the world comeback is hinting us something, right? The presence of the animal itself gives us a more enigmatic vibe, and the scene only reinforces that something is coming up, or actually coming back. Besides that, the Korean culture, this smiling tiger represents protection, perseverance, and longevity. And all this reinforces that Jinu will in fact come back in the next movie. And I have some explanation for how. First of all, Jinu never died for real, you know? Like, we saw that he sacrificed himself for Rumi and all, but if you think about it, Jinu didn't truly die. He became a sword, even more powerful than Rumi in that last battle against the Goemon. He sorta lent out his soul and energy so she could fight the villain. So much that Jinu's soul isn't absorbed neither in her or by the monster. He simply turns himself into a powerful sword. Then we raise this question: how will he return and turn himself back? Well, I have a few ideas here, but first, you have to like this video and subscribe to the channel in case you're not yet, okay? Come on guys, it's free. Okay, but getting back to the video, we saw that Rumi and Jinu hit it off real good, right? So I imagine that if Rumi, I don't know, confesses her love out loud for Jinu, this would make him return to his human form, or actually half human, half demon form. The same way his soul was turned into a powerful sword. I believe that he would be able to come back from this world to himself. And with Jinu back, the story would get another layer. This is due to the fact that now the story would be able to focus on his past and even explain how he went from a human to a demon. Like, it would be really interesting to see some flashbacks of his past as a human, and how was his life with his sister and mother, and the exact moment when he made a pact with Bulma. Even though his past is something really cliche and super predictable, it would seem to be cool to know more about this character that had barely no development, you know? And it would also add another layer to his relationship with Rumi, making so their romance didn't just become something rushed or shallow, but a well-built one with depth, you know? Another thing that the sequel might develop is the meeting other members of the Saja Boys. In the first movie, all the focus was on Jinu, which makes sense since he was the more emotional arc and in Rumi's romance interest. But what about the other four members. Who are they? We know close to anything about them. They always appear performing with all their poses, mysterious vibes, but with almost no explanation. They don't even show baby's face. But then there's that scene that is really forgotten but really important. When Rumi goes to that weird doctor's office, she sees an old photo hanging on the wall with the 4 boys with dark hair. And dude, it's obviously them before the fame and before they became demons. For me, I think that they were a regular human boy band, but never managed to pull it off for the real Hall of Fame. So just like what happened to Jinu, Guima probably made a deal with the boys in exchange for success, but soon turned them into their own demons. Guys, do you get me? The second movie could better explore their past in some way, showing us each one of them and how they were before the fame, and also show us how they become a victim of Guima, and not just some random villains, you know? It would be really interesting to see each one of them dealt with this choice and what each sacrificed for it. Another character that movie could explore is Seline. Without a doubt, she is one of the most mysterious characters from the story, and it would be cool to see who she is for real, because all we know about her is that the movie poorly told us about is that she took care of Rumi after the death of her mother, always acting as her protector with a mother instinct towards her, but in a bad way. But what is behind all of it that she hides? A meaningful past, or even a secret that only she and Rumi's mother share? It would be the sort of thing that only adds to the story's plot, don't you agree? Besides that, we could see how Rumi's mother was in the past, through a flashback or through Seline telling it to Rumi. But what I miss the most in the movie is the lack of explanation of what happened with her demon father. Like, was Rumi's father a demon that was once a human in the past, just like Jinu? What happened to him after Rumi's mother died? Is there any Huntr that found out what happened and tried to kill her as a baby and her father? We don't know, but it would be great if a sequel explored that, even if it's just a little bit. A revelation like that would be completely change the way that we see Rumi and would bring so much stronger emotional conflict to the story. Now let's talk about a moment that everyone expected in the first movie but just didn't happen. The kiss between Rumi and Jinu. Really, their chemistry is so strong that I really thought that a kiss would happen to their duet or at the end of the movie. But if the kiss finally happens in the second movie, it wouldn't be just a romantic kiss. It would be magical. Like maybe their kiss will truly free Jinu, so making so he gets rid of Guima once and for all. Or maybe he will change his demon form to a more human form with weaker demon marks, just like Rumi's marks really. Or maybe the studio wants to make more drama about it, with a kiss being the only way to save the girl from anything evil. Or that it would give her strength. And as the demon world still exists, since he was just sealed, not destroyed, Guima could still return, trying to take revenge on the Huntr X and on Jinu. This return of Guima would make the Huntr X get out of their hiatus and come back to their stages in order to protect people. But now they would be way more mature and united. Hasta la vista!